These are the tales we weave. Tales of magic. Tales of mystery. Tales exploring the beyond. And while we continue to grow, even more adventures await. In the depths of the unknown. Will you join us in the telling?
Hello, everyone. You're back again, this time joined by my fantastic, wonderful, lovely cast for our first episode of Pareselings, going off script. Before we get started today, just a couple of quick things that I wanted to cover. First of all, thanking our fantastic sponsors who publish, write, make, and otherwise create many awesome things that you will be seeing both on this show and on the other shows that we have going on Weave the Tale this season. So this season we say thank you to Black Void Games, the publishers of, you guessed it, Black Void, which is a game that I actually played in yesterday. Super fun, ancient Babylon in space, kind of an amazing thing. Evil Hat Productions, they are the publishers of our fantastic Fate of Cthulhu game that is going to be premiering this Saturday. Definitely not going to want to miss that. Christopher Gray, creator of The Great American Witch, which is our Monday show. Smunchy Games, of course, the folks that publish the fantastic system you're about to see tonight. Broken Dice, they make the Noaden Chronicles, which is our Tuesday show. Mighty Nara, they publish Mora, which you hopefully just saw, and if you didn't, you can absolutely, definitely catch that on our VODs on YouTube. We have all of our past episodes as a channel stored on YouTube, and if you are watching from YouTube, hello, welcome, future time traveler. It is nice to be speaking to you from the past. Let's see. Oh yeah, we also thank Aracuna Media, who publish Nibiru. That is a show that is coming up very soon, I believe tomorrow. That's going to be fantastic. So we thank you all very, very much for your support of this channel. We could not be doing this season without the games that you make and the support you provide. Also wanted to thank Grinding Coffee, which is a Black LGBT plus owned coffee business that will keep you awake and happy with the best roast shipped directly to your house. You can use the discount code Penny for a Tale to get some money off on your first order of that coffee. And I think that the caffeination of streamers and creatives just goes hand in hand very, very nicely with that. So without any further ado, I will go ahead and introduce myself, and then y'all will get the chance to meet our lovely, fantastic cast. So, good evening and welcome. My name is Anna. I use she, they pronouns, and you may know me as Nymeria941 pretty much everywhere on the internet. I am going to be the GM for this evening, taking us through the wonderful world of Seattle as inhabited by Parsecytes. It's going to be a really good time, and let's go ahead and begin intros with, to my right, Mitch. Tell the people who you
Hello.
are and a little bit about who you're playing tonight.
Yeah, my name is Mitchell, also Penny for a Tale, he, they for my character as well as for myself. I will be playing Packer today, who is the other half of a very beautiful coin. Someone who is always in charge, is fallen into the rough of media industry, where he is just swept over by all the attention, because he is pretty famous, but he is not the sole creative talent in this endeavor. So the other half is very much important, but I will let that other half describe their other half before I get too into it.
Fantastic. Seems as good a time as any to have M tell us about yourself and who you're going to be playing this evening.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Em. I go by she, her pronouns, and I am just so excited to be part of this game. I am playing Penny, who is the twin to Packer. She is the shy to his bold, the driving force behind his creativity, and his biggest fan. So I'm excited to play with Mitch. And that's it.
Fantastic. And then up above we have Chris, Bright Dystopia. Tell the people who you are and tell them a little bit about your character.
Hi, I'm Chris, also known as Bright Dystopia, he, they pronouns. I'll be playing Stump. Stump is a little full of himself, but in a way that's almost added with like a dash of self-loathing. And what are there, like, whatever the population of planet Earth is current day, he's number, 1.27,987,031st fan, largest fan of Mitch's character Packer, which is to say he hates him. I am Magdalen's, I'm sorry, not Magdalene. I'm Cadence's character's childhood friend, and we'll see where this takes us. I'm excited.
And that leaves Cadence.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah. I'm fine. In case anyone's wondering why I keep looking down, I'm like playing. Just to keep busy. Hi, I'm Cadence. I am going to be playing. Who am I? I am Raven. Sweet, sweet girl who's a little clueless and a little frivolous, but yeah, for some reason likes to hang around with these strange people. So, you do what you do. That's about it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, then. So, now that you've gotten to know just a tad about these fascinating, interesting folks over here, let's go ahead and set the scene a little bit for the beginning of our Parselings adventure of going off script. The curtain rises on a city that some of you may be familiar with, enshrouded by fog, famous for its coffee, famous for being what some would call the birthplace of the punk scene, Seattle, Washington. Where our story starts, this city is also home to the beginning of a very strange sort of outbreak. What first appeared to be the emergence of a bizarre flu has since been studied and amalgamated into what people are now referring to as a Parsecyte epidemic, whereby folks living in the city and its environs are coming down with strange symptoms, leaving them with these inky tattoos that appear to move beneath the skin. Sometimes they change colors, sometimes they fade, but they always seem to become more distinct when one person infected with a parse is near another who also has a parse. They call themselves Parselings, very frequently understudied, misunderstood, sometimes suspected, sometimes embraced by other people within their community. On some days, these splashes of ink, different locations on your body, still itch. But on other days, they feel like they define who you are. You may wonder whether you got them during an ill-advised bender, or if it's some inexplicable symptom of this sickness that has been going around. But one thing is for sure. This is about to bring you all together in a big way. Oh, thank you so much to the chat for getting us to hit the first retweet goal. That means that our players will be getting some awesome kind of boon to help them out. So our story begins in the late afternoon. Sun sets pretty early here, especially during the winter time. inside a small, dingy sort of bar / music venue. This is El Corazon, a place that is a combination music venue and also kind of weird miniature golf putt-putt installation type place, plastered with posters advertising the hit sibling band, Penny and Packer. What are you all up to as we are sound checking, getting ready for your show tonight?
Packer is... Go ahead.
Packer,
What's
so
up?
you're gonna like remember the lyrics this time, right? You're not gonna like go off and do your own thing?
Yeah, I got it written on my arm right here. Yeah. It's right there. I'm not gonna forget this time. What? Yeah, I put some spray on it so like the sweat won't mix it up. It should be good. We're solid. Penny. Don't worry about it. This is before the show. You gotta relax. You gotta enjoy it. Like come here, Penny. And he'll kind of place his arm upon her shoulder and look out to the empty like seats and everything. Like, these are gonna be filled. All right, can you imagine all those little
hurts.
lighters? Yeah, up in the air. You know, people are. What is that? Is that a piece of underwear? Thank God it didn't hit us. Right, we're fine. This is amazing. This is right where we wanted to be. All right, this is good.
Okay.
This is good, Penny. We're fine.
And you're set on the order of the songs, right?
Yep. On my other hand, I got
But
the
what happens
set
when
list.
you start singing? What happens when you start singing the names of the songs?
No, it's lefty singy, righty set list. All right, and I anticipate like 1 or 2 songs in, I'm gonna toss off my jacket. You know, they like to see that. The band manager said I've been working out, so that's all good. So I'll be able to see it full, both of them. It'll be fine. Don't, Penny. This is a time to relax. Just get into the creative oomph of it. You know, that flow.
All right. Okay, I'll let you do your thing, Packer. I'm just gonna go check out the band manager, make sure everything's set and good to go.
All right, cool. I'm gonna like test this mic again because I feel like these sound guys are messing with me. He's like, hey, let's do this again.
Okay, let me know if they're messing with you. I'll make sure they stop.
Penny, you're amazing. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Stop.
You. Then Packer will start like messing with the sound people.
Teddy, you just taking some quiet time to... Yeah.
Yeah. She's screening off. She's gonna make sure that everyone is set and that they're in their place and that everyone's gonna do the thing they're supposed to do at the right time. And even though that's not really her job to do that, she has to double check. She has to do it herself in order to be able to relax.
And while you're back there, you bump into your manager, whom I don't think we ever gave a name. So if you have one, we'll call him Josh.
Oh,
Charles.
That's better.
Charles. Love it. All right, so everything pretty much in order for tonight. How you feeling? You feeling good? You feeling okay?
I was only sick twice, so better.
Oh my god.
You know, than last
Look,
time.
here. I got something if you really need to like settle your stomach, but you what is this? Just like stage fright, jitters? You've done this 1,000 times.
I know. I'm sorry. I'll be fine. Once the music starts going, we'll be good.
And
You're good?
Charles. Yeah. I mean, it's not like this is, you know, the show that's probably going to make or break us as a group here or anything, but I'm fine. I'm good. I think we are going to have a really successful night. Looks like there's kind of a big line forming outside of the building now, so no pressure, right?
Big line?
Yeah, big line. I mean, that's good. That's good. That
just-
means
Excuse me. She's gonna duck off to the closest restroom.
yeah. Speaking of the line forming outside the venue, Stump and Raven, you've both gotten text messages from your old high school friends, the folks that you used to play D&D with way back in the day, inviting you to come to their show tonight. So as we are getting closer and closer to the beginning of this, this is still like when the opener starts to play. About where do you find yourselves? What are you doing?
Stump is going to be outside of a Dick's. Probably spray painting the side of a wall after he's gotten a burger. So he's got like the burger in one hand, and in the other hand he's just kind of like spraying across the wall. Sees a couple of the posters for Packer, and like without looking at them, just kind of like grabs one off the wall and uses it to like plaster on the wall and pull away and plaster and pull away to make the sky a little more galaxy-esque. And paints like a night sky that's really pretty with a bunch of stars. He actually starts flicking the white across the purples and pinks, and like a nuclear site at the bottom. Like
Nice.
a bomb just went off and cleared the whole area underneath. And then leaves a stack of like the used paint posters like on the floor in front of it.
About then, Raven comes walking by, heading to the venue. Really, Stump? Nuclear? That's so last decade. Yeah, that's it. Last decade. That's what they say, right?
It's a statement piece,
Yeah.
Raven.
But it looks
Plus.
good. I mean, yeah. I like the colors.
Thanks. It's a statement piece.
So you going to the concert?
the
Huh?
statement-
You going?
No, I'm not going.
Oh,
I would rather swallow every paint can I have.
you can do that?
Raven, it's a figure of speech. It means I'm not interested in seeing the band.
But why not? You know how good they are, and they're your friends, and we got to support them and make sure that, they yeah.
Raven, I haven't talked to either of them in like 2 years. What makes you
You don't have
say
you
that we're
don't have
friends?
to talk to them. You just watch them, and like wave and things.
Why is this so
Come
important
on,
to you?
it's gonna
Why-
be fun. Come on. Grabs a front of his shirt and starts pulling on him.
And he'll reluctantly just kind of follow because he's being pulled away, but he's not gonna go happily. He'll grumble the whole way there.
Maybe you'll get inspiration for another work of art.
Maybe you get inspiration.
Grumpy pants.
Where is this?
Funny.
Where are we going?
Oh, that El Corzon place. With the putt.
They're playing a venue at a mini golf place?
Well, it's better than playing someplace loud.
Is it?
Because golfers are quiet. You know, they just go boop, and you can hear the music that way.
That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. Let's go.
And you're making
have
your
that.
way there. It's about, yeah. Oh. You're making your way there. It's about a 10-minute walk under overpasses, and you arrive at the sort of shoeboxy looking from the outside building. It's a pretty popular, like, alt venue. Usually doesn't have a line this long outside of the front door, though. And there's even a couple of people that are wearing what appear to be these sort of like fan-made squid ink t-shirts, where they've just kind of like colored on with Sharpie to kind of make them look a little bit like the black and white striped shirts that the twins usually wear when they perform together. And you're rolling up to the entrance of it. There is a giant sort of flat white thing that can only really be described as a clown skull sculpture with a giant blinking red nose light. And the doorway is in sort of like the mouth area. There's a bouncer sitting there, you know, getting ready to check IDs, and also somebody wearing strangely like bureaucratic clothes, more like a business casual type thing, and holding a clipboard, just watching all over the bouncers to check IDs.
That's weird.
Can Penny be like peeking out like the alleyway? Is there an alleyway that she can like step out for some fresh air and like kind of glance at the crowd that's gathering in front? Awesome. So she's gonna do that. She'll little tiptoe her way down around the edge of the building and lean out, and her brows just knit together in terror at how long this line is. This is probably the biggest line she's ever seen for one of their shows. And steps back, leans against the brick building, and just, and then sees a couple familiar faces, maybe? If that's okay with Anna? Awesome.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, she'll like wave down at Raven. Raven? Is that you?
Hey, Penny! Oh, it's been so long since I got to see you. What?
I don't want everyone to know. And she'll just like
Sorry.
zip up her jacket so people can't see the striped shirt. Sometimes people think I'm Packer. They just see the
That's
shirt
just
and then
weird.
they just assume. I can't believe you came. Did Packer text you?
Maybe? Yes. Somebody did. Yeah.
Cool. And hey, Stump.
Hey.
Did you guys get? Did Packer send you guys tickets? He's not making you buy tickets, is he? It's just so.
He sent us a text message, Penny, saying come to the show. It was a mass text. It wasn't specific.
I'll put you guys on the list. If I'm gonna do that, I should do that probably now.
Oh, we
Or
should
you
pay
guys could
though,
try
because
and-
the more they pay, the more you get, right? That would be good.
I mean, yeah, but if you guys are just here to like see us, that's enough, right?
I'll take the ticket, thanks, Penny.
Okay. I'll be back. Well, I won't be back, but the tickets will be there. I gotta go get ready. It's really good to see you. And she'll step forward and hug Raven. We'll squeeze big tight. And a little bolstered, she'll head back inside. Charles? Can I get a couple tickets at the front for my friends, please?
You know that's probably the first time that you've ever comped tickets for this band. Your brother does that all the time. Yeah, we can do that. We can make that happen. And he bends down basically just to like make a couple of notes on his phone, and you can see on the side of his neck a couple sort of like all caps blocky style letters that spell out the word order, sort of like arranging themselves kind of in patterns like folding a cardboard box for moving and then flattening and folding into different shapes again. Yeah, definitely. But you better get backstage pretty quickly. I think the opener's just about to be done with that.
Wait.
So
All right, thank you. Appreciate you. I don't think we could do this if you weren't here, Charles. Thanks. And she'll scamper off to find Packer and get in spot position.
So the bouncer at the front door, holds out a hand, looks over the ID, looks at you, looks at the ID. Passes a little bit longer over Raven, just because a little bit about the way that, seems very young. She's like, okay, you're good. And the woman that's standing next to the bouncer, holding the clipboard, excuse me, just for a moment. We're doing a survey on contact tracing for people that are infected with the Parsecytes. Couldn't help but notice. Would you mind signing this form? We're trying to just get a lot of data collected on how this spreads, and this would really help us out.
What kind of data?
Oh, sorry. I should have probably said that first. I'm Dr. Clara Borden. I work over with Seattle Children's. We are doing some research into how the Parsecyte epidemic is affecting the immune systems of children and young adults. And she does pull out a little badge that was clipped to the side of her jacket.
So this has nothing to do with the government, right?
Well, I mean, we aren't a state-run hospital or anything. We get grant money from them, but no, I don't work for the government.
Good. Yeah, because my dad says you can't trust the government and don't have anything to do with them. So, yeah. So since you're not with them, I suppose it's all right if I do.
Yeah, I mean, there's, just informed consent here. We can call you and just talk to you, do some information, data collection, stuff like that.
Cool. All right.
And she'll pass over a clipboard to you.
And Raven will fill it out.
Cool. And what about your friend here?
Stump won't say anything, but he'll hold out his hand like he's expecting the clipboard to be passed to him.
Awesome.
When he gets the clipboard, he'll take one of the black spray paint cans out of his bandolier, pop the top, and just spray the whole front of it. And then hand it back to the doctor lady. Have a nice day.
Not how this works.
And then he walks away.
Oh my god. She is just looking at you with the most passive-aggressive, what the fuck, man, but not gonna say anything. She doesn't want to make a scene here. But she is shooting daggers at you as you retreat.
He'll leave and he'll duck under the door as he steps into the venue.
Sorry
Nice.
about him. Say bye. And Raven will follow.
And you get inside, and this place is a lot bigger than it looks from the outside. There is a small sort of stage with a little cordoned off bar area, but most of the building is given over to what can only be described as the madcap fusion of a miniature golf course with a weird experimental art installation. There is your typical sort of little putt-putt green things with, like the little golf clubs and these fluorescent balls that are like glowing in the dark as they are shooting all over the place. But the courses are not your average miniature golf courses. You can see on the second story of the venue, there are people shooting golf balls at targets out of what look like leaf blowers, and somebody is just like writing down, keeping score with the little pencil and paper thing. There's one course that looks like somebody recreated a living room from the 70s, complete with shag carpet and that type of low artist palette shaped coffee table, and people are losing their balls behind a TV with a rabbit ears set. And there is just this wild cacophony coming from the miniature golfers as they are getting progressively more wasted as the night goes on, competing valiantly with the sound of the opening band, who is just now finishing up the end of their set before Squid Ink goes on.
This is it, Packer. You ready?
Yeah, I've did yoga, did a couple push-ups, sit-ups, did my little me mommy, blah, 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 you know, that type of stuff.
Vocal
I think
exercises.
we're as ready as ever. There we go. Yeah. You know what? Worst case, like, I'm sure even our like bad is really good here. So that's what the manager says.
Can we just try
we'll
to be really
fine.
good?
Oh yeah. Penny, this is going to be a sophisticated ensemble of Eldritch amazingness. All right, we're fine. This is going to be
We're taking
great.
the Eldritch twist tonight? You didn't tell me we were taking the Eldritch twist tonight?
Yeah, with a little bit of spot of pixie dust on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got this.
Okay.
Just keep it loosey-goosey.
Huh?
Keep it loosey-goosey, you know?
See,
It's just...
once the
Yeah,
music
you
starts,
breathe
be
in.
fine.
Yeah, see? All right, let's do this.
Just-
You ready for this?
Yeah.
I mean,
go.
you hear that out there? That cacophony of
Stop.
Penny, Penny, Penny.
Literally no one is saying Penny.
I hear
She
it.
just rolls her eyes.
It's in there. Painted out
Come on.
lights in the night sky. Let's do this. What was it? Twin boop.
She'll twin boop.
Yeah. Go out to the night sky.
Packer walks
All
out
right.
on stage and just everyone goes absolutely insane, I feel like. And Penny just scoots her way to get behind drums and readies up.
Awesome. What is the opening of your show like?
Yeah, Packer, you know, he's out there. He's got a nice stool that he's dragged up. Several instruments placed on the side. Hey, we are Squid Ink. We're here to make you think about happiness and shadows and stuff. But right now, we're gonna get it nice and mellow. You know what I'm talking about? All right, gonna get some nice bass coming up in here. All right, we got this. Ladies, don't worry. I'll be out there after the show. Sign whatever you want. You guys too. And it's just kind of like it is Luther Vandross, like house is not a home. Like it's very mellow. Like right, he's warming them up. And that sexiness.
And when Penny's
As you
had
begin
enough,
to...
she does the 1, 2, 3, 4 on the sticks.
Yeah.
Nice. And as you begin to play, those of the audience members, and even a couple of the mini golf ghosts who also have Parsecytes living inside of them, the crowd sort of starts to dance, everybody's singing along, feeling good, maybe some good-natured drink spillage is happening as a little bit of an impromptu pit opens up right at the front of the stage. But the parselings in the crowd among you, you notice that the little Parsecyte begins to dance a little bit, back and forth, almost like the living creature inside of the parselings really just likes the sound of the music. A couple of people even have the ink on their skin change colors a bit as it moves around. So what I'm going to ask you now is, for each of you, as some of you are playing, some of you are watching, what is your Parsecyte doing? What does it look like?
So Packer is up there, and I think by now he's like drenched in sweat. It's got the high beams on him, and even if not, he always finds a way to get himself a little of that dampness, sexy look that like the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC have cultivated in their music videos and some of their shows. It's all very well, nice and choreographed, and as he's kind of dancing around singing, he has a little bit of a tattoo kind of on his left side of his chest that says strings. And it very much looks like guitar strings like sewn together and kind of intertwined with his skin. And they, as he's kind of doing his thing, they kind of move as if they're being pulled on by a finger, like a guitar string. They vibrate and shake and twist, and they're kind of getting into it, and he feels it like bumping right next to his heart. He's grooving to it. He's vibing. He's gonna get lost in this.
Penny's hers that's gonna light up is gonna be her muse tattoo, and it's just gonna like start every time the music hits. It's gonna like every time she hits like the bass drum or like she does a new riff, it like responds in time with every single thing she's doing, and her eyes just close and she can just feel this, like she's becoming like one with this word as she is just like immersed completely in the music.
It's not visible underneath his beanie, but above Stump's eyebrow is a tattoo that says Void. And whereas normally it is printed in these thick black kind of gothic letters, the font is changing into kind of like a harsher paint stroke font, and it's just kind of getting like edgier and more jagged, and it's slanting kind of in irritants to like the sound of this music, and it's kind of latching on to like the sentiment that Stump feels right now. He's just annoyed that he's got to be here. He's being forced to watch this, and so the word is starting to morph a little bit and maybe grow so that the bottoms of the letters are just visible under the eyebrow.
And Raven, I believe, with music and the creativeness of this wonderful band playing, her creator word is just lighting up and changing colors and like shifting like bands of color down her arms. And just going with the bit of the music and the depending on the loudness and the softness, just going with all of that.
Excellent. As the night progresses, the show goes on. Even some of the mini golfers, whenever they finish the course, are actually pulled in enough by the sound of the music that they kind of drift over to the side of the venue, side of the bar, and stuff like that. They're enjoying the music. Anybody who happens to be keeping an eye on the merch table in the back would notice that there's a sign up that they've now run out of smalls and mediums. And do you guys have like CDs? Do you have vinyls? How do you, or are you just like download only? How are you?
Oh man, we have like 50 CDs that we ourselves wrapped in Christmas paper, and then everything else is just coupon codes to buy from the iTunes or Spotify stuff of the world.
Okay, so combination of CDs and music streaming. Awesome. Yeah, it seems like there's somewhat of a dent being made in there as well. Yeah.
What I'm talking about.
We're gonna be able to go on tour soon, I know it.
Oh yeah, I have no doubt. Like, I think we're at the cusp of greatness, you know what I'm saying? And it better, like, the amount of stuff we've been having to put up with. We got this.
Do you know what I hear?
But,
You know what I heard someone say? They said they wanted you to sign their arm so they could get it tattooed.
oh,
Did they find you yet?
I guess. Nah, I did. I'm gonna have to walk around and see. Hell yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm down for that. I think, you know, I'm gonna ask for some money for that, but sure, I'll sign anything. Yeah. How'd you
That's
like
crazy.
it?
I can't imagine someone with my name on them. That's so weird. Did you know that Raven and Stuff showed up?
Oh yeah. You know, I was considering excluding their names from the all call, but Charlie was like, just everyone, you know what I'm saying?
He doesn't like it when you call him Charlie. You know that.
Yeah, it's
He's very particular.
it's
He
just-
likes things in the right order.
yeah, me and Order don't really get along well. Kind of on opposite ends.
Tell me about it. But we should invite them to the after party.
You don't think that'd be weird? Like, you know, it's been a while since we were throwing dice on a
You're the
table.
one who invited them.
Yeah, but like it's part of the whole group. I invited the person that helps me bag groceries, okay? It's really anyone and everyone.
After Stump saved you with his magical sword the last time we played.
All right,
You know
now.
when he had sacrifice? And then Raven came in with the heals,
Yeah.
and your character would have died well before level 10 if they weren't there for you. And they're here for you now.
You know what? The fantasy sacrifice actually pulls on my heartstrings, I think, more than any real sacrifice would. All right, fine. Let's go meet them. I'll say hi. We'll get that awkwardness out of the way, and we can go to that after party. You know, this. You just take the lead, okay, Penny?
You should. It's going to mean more if it comes from you.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Let's just do this. Let's do it. We'll kind of follow Penny wherever she takes him.
Penny has a fistful of his jacket to make sure he doesn't get sidetracked with fans. And as they approach the door and open it to go find Stump and Raven, just they're screaming all in their face, and she shuts the door again. I'm not going out there.
Charles just pops out from behind where he's helping box up the leftover t-shirts and is just like, I told him to just go wait by the side door near the van.
Oh,
I figured you'd probably want to invite them afterwards, so I got a couple extra seats. But yeah, that's where they are. You go on ahead. I'll meet you up in a few minutes, okay? And just goes back to methodically folding up the shirts.
We need to pay him
man.
more.
I know we do. Just, it's all investments and everything and moving on up. We'll get there. It's just, we're both eating out of ramen bowls to try to get more nutrients. We're gonna get there. We just gotta keep pushing it.
Okay. Well, let's go see him.
Let's do this.
We'll make our way over there, and she'll open the door so that Packer can walk in. All happy to see Buds, even if he's faking it.
Hi, people. How's it going?
Packer! Hug.
You, Raven. How's it going?
Good. How's it going? You guys were so good. Oh my god, you're so good.
Thanks. That's it's a lot of work that we put into it. I'm glad every show, especially this one, just went off flawlessly. It's nice and chill. How are you though? It's been like Penny, how long has it been? Like 5 years?
At least
Four,
5
4,
years.
3? At least 5 years. So how are things with you? Yeah.
Good. Yeah, everything's going great.
Stump, I see you over there. Look. He looks over to Penny. Are you sure they want to see me?
She gives you a stern look.
Hey, Stump. Oh my man, how's it going? What are you up to?
Stump will reach forward, but he'll lean in close and say, "How's it going, PP?"
Darn it. Okay. So only mom and dad can call us that, or God, at least you didn't bring in P squared or something. We get that a lot. Gosh.
Penny touches the duplicate tattoo that's on her neck. It's kind of subconsciously, she doesn't even realize she's doing it. P squared comment.
So what? How are things? 5 years later, so much has happened. Are you guys okay? Are we okay? I just kind of dove into this, trying to get this off the ground.
We heard you went on a trip, Stump. Disappeared for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I left to go figure some stuff out. Didn't want to do it here. It's a little stifling, but need money to stay away, so we're back here.
We feel that.
It's working out for you. Seems.
It only looks like that. We still have to scrimp every cent we get. Everything goes into putting on the shows, and there's not a lot left over, unfortunately. But you know what? We're here to have a good time. You're invited to the after party, of course, and there's going to be drinks, and it should be pretty cool if you're into stuff like that. A lot of people shouting at Packer.
And Penny too.
Yeah.
It's a duo,
Yeah, it's interesting. The lyrics haven't changed, which is good, but it sounds different somehow. It's almost like
Packer took a really good creative freedom with the direction of the band. And yeah, it was a bold choice that seems to be resonating with the crowd. I'm just trying to keep up, you know.
Yeah, like really
You don't
resonating
like
with the crowd. You're starting to sound a little like Charles these days. That's good. It's good. I guess it means you're growing up.
I mean, what do they say? Like, childish things you put aside, and you just gotta make that money somehow. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, well, it's good you found your voice. It's good you found your voice and stopped wasting your time with the noise you were making before, I guess, huh?
All right, stop. Damn.
We should probably get to that party. And she'll drift over to Raven and like hook arms with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you're
nobody else at this party?
I never do.
Except for the
well,
bag
as it happens,
person.
yeah, as it happens, that's part of the boon that we got from the 20 retweets is that Charles is coming with the two of you, or the four of you, excuse me, and has booked you the top floor of the Columbia Tower Club. This is a real place in real life. I've been up there. It's pretty awesome. Very exclusive. You have to be invited, so clearly he knows somebody. And it's actually the tallest publicly accessible building west of the Mississippi. So if you're ever in Seattle, it's a cool place to check out. But yes, you have the top floor of that entirely booked out for you all. And he's just like, okay, well, it's going to be a good time to just relax and have fun. But like, there's also going to be some record label executive people there. So like, try to just keep it, together a little bit. I mean, mostly it's just me probably talking with them, but yeah. Well, let's go. I think there's gonna be a train in about 5. So if we hoof it, we can make it there in time and we'll be there.
Do we need invitations to get in the door, or should we just buy a round of paintball?
I mean, you can if you want, but you're on the list, so.
We're important.
Yeah, we took care.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
there's
see?
usually a dress code, but, the beanie musician thing kind of just, they're not gonna care. I hope they're not gonna care.
Some awesome stuff. I'm
Okay.
excited.
So you rented out the top floor of this swanky club, but we're taking train? I just wanted to make
It's
sure
just
I had
because
that
traffic is a nightmare. Yeah, I mean,
sure.
yeah, it's the appearance, the image, all of that stuff. It's not how we get there; it's where we're going that's important. So, speaking of, we gotta go if we're gonna catch this and,
Let's do this.
and get there in time. So, yeah.
Penny will go along with the crowd. But in the back of them, she's like, I thought it was about the journey, not the destination. It's okay, we'll go.
No need for a limo when you've got public transit, Penny.
It's the dream,
I
right?
was just worried for Packer. Sometimes fans get a little crazy with him, but it'll probably be fine. I don't need a limo. That wasn't what I was. That probably came across really rude.
I know what you meant. Don't worry about it. So the train.
All right. Yes, the train. Make it easily down there. On your way down into the tunnels, you each pass one of these odd graffiti murals on the wall of the station as you were getting ready to board the train. Could I have everybody just make me... Hold on. We could do intelligence or insight. Probably insight. Just to see who picks up on anything interesting by the murals.
Now, do you want to walk through the first draw and how we do it in Parseling?
Yes. That was actually just me searching for the tab because this is also, fun fact, kind of hard to play stream because none of us have ever played this before. So when you make a test in Parselings, and this is also kind of how the donations work, we've got what we're trying to do, right? Figure out something about these murals. We are going with the combination of image and aptitude. So we are looking for spades because spades is the suit under which all of your brain stuff falls. So each of you has a draw value that is equal to the number of little pips that you have next to insight. That is the number of cards that you are going to draw. You're looking for spade cards that have enough value on them to equal up to your draw. So your draw is how many you draw. That's also your difficulty rating. So if you can draw enough spades to equal or exceed your draw, you succeed. And because we have a fantastical boon from the chat, we will go ahead and have you do an extra draw. So draw plus
Okay,
one.
are we good to draw now?
Yeah, go for it.
I got 2 spades.
No.
Sweet.
Just hearts for me. No.
Yeah. I got diamonds and
What happens when you put it all in one score?
Yep,
I know,
yep,
right?
Yep, that's true. Yeah, everybody, each of people watching, a bit of the way that this works is that it has got kind of a deck building mechanic too. So they build their decks around what suit attributes their character is most focused on. Penny is very clearly the brain person of the operation. Awesome. Okay. And Penny, did you end up drawing any diamonds by chance?
I did draw 1 diamond.
Okay, so that you can actually treat as a wild card. So that definitely gives you enough to notice quite a few things about this mural. Doesn't seem like it's got Stump's tag on it, but it is one of those big sort of floor to ceiling type things that he's worked on before. There are some spots up in the high corners of this train tunnel, which has got, curved walls that you are just really not sure how a human being could possibly scramble up there to get this mural painted. And yet, there it is. Something that does particularly stand out to you, though, is what looks like a series of these neon, psychedelic, almost Lisa Frank style color palette, just really bright pops even out of this mural of what look like very small little cat paw prints that have walked in a very meandering pattern across this mural. Little bits of ink kind of dripping and oozing down from them. You can smell the freshness of the paint if you go up closer to the paw prints. And as your eye just follows the path to which they lead, there's just tagged in very bubbly letters, "Where did the cats go?" ?
So Penny slowed when she started looking at this, her brows furrowing when she sees the cat prints. And as she steps up, she's about to touch the paint when she reads what it says there, and she just freezes up. And looks over at the group that's... What is everyone else doing? Are they still walking as she, like, dropped away?
Yeah, Packer's like just walking forward, his head bobbing to music in his head. He's kind of out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Raven would have noticed that you slowed down and stopped. Started looking at the mural with you. Yeah. You okay?
Yeah, it's a weird message, right? Have the cats been missing around town?
Go ahead and make me... What are we looking for here? You can make me an insight perception or insight memory check. I think you have the same in both of
I have
those.
the same
So...
for both.
Mm-hmm.
So for that, I still draw 3, and I'm trying to hit 2 pips. Is that right?
So you draw 5, 3 for your insight and 2 for your memory, and yes, you are trying to hit 2 pips.
Okay,
So if you get a total of...
Oh, I got a diamond and a spade. Oh, I got tons.
Okay.
I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah, so total more than 2 diamonds and 2 spades.
Yep.
Sweet. Okay, so you actually do recall seeing a more than usual number of missing coasters up and about. I mean, this is a big city. A lot of cats tend to go missing because that's just what happens. But 2 things stick out now as you're searching your memory. You remember noticing that there were a lot of signs for missing outdoor cats, specifically.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And you also remember a handwritten scrawl on a couple of the posters that said, "Meat?" question mark at the bottom of them.
Like M-E-A-T meat?
Yep. Like M-E-A-T meat.
Raven, haven't you noticed there's been a lot of missing posters for cats lately?
Yeah, now that you mention it, yeah.
And they have like a weird tag at the bottom of them. Do I see anything in this mural now that I remember that would reference that meat thing?
Nothing in particular that's there. The only
Okay.
cat-related thing is the paw prints.
Oh, we should probably catch up with the others.
Oh, good.
Remind me to ask...
They don't slow
Stump-
down, do they? Gosh.
No. Remind me to ask Stump how someone would get the paw prints up a wall like this. It's different. I don't know if that's possible. And then she'll turn and she'll hurry up to catch up with everybody else.
Yeah, and it's then that your train pulls up, the sort of pneumatic doors open, and you hear the "Now approaching Pike Place Station. Please stand clear of the doors." Do, do, do. Like classic public transportation automated voice. Charles hops onto the train, just like takes a seat. And the car is empty except for just 2 other passengers. There is a woman wearing some like business type attire, just sitting in one of the little seats by herself. And then there's also a man, much more like scruffy and ragged looking, that's just kind of like slumped over in the back of the train car, maybe sleeping, something like that. So you hop on. we're gonna keep these checks coming because I'd like everybody to go ahead and make me another insight perception just to see what else we've got here.
0 my spades.
Yay!
I just got all hearts again. No.
So for
4
every-
and 5 of spades.
Balance.
So for every 2 successes that you have as a group, I'll end up giving up a piece of what you are able to observe in the car. Oh.
And we still
Okay.
I've got 2 insight, right? But this is
Yeah.
a memory check.
Insight perception. So you would draw 2 for
perception,
your
okay.
insight. Do you have any points in perception?
I have 3 points in perception.
So you're drawing a total of 5 then.
Okay, cool. So it's I didn't realize it was cumulative.
Yeah.
Those
Your
two
draw
points.
value is
Garbage.
cumulative.
Jesus Christ, not a single spade. All right.
No spades? Okay.
Did you get diamonds?
We're
Okay.
good at this.
I
promise.
I did, but I don't know if that applies to me. Is that a thing I have? The diamond thing?
Diamonds are your wild cards. So how many?
Okay,
how
I got
many
a
diamonds you
4
got?
of diamonds. I just got 1. It's a
Sweet,
4 of
so-
diamonds.
All right. So you got 2 things. Cool. Raven, how many did you wind up with?
I had 3 spades and 1 diamond.
All right. So you got 2 questions as well. And Penny.
I had 2 diamonds, 1 spade.
Okay. So 1 question for Penny.
Mhm.
All right, so I'm basically just gonna like set the scene of what it is you see, and then you get to ask questions based off of that. So we've got precariously situated in the luggage rack a group of empty seats, an unattended suitcase. Conveniently, right after the robot voice finishes, please report any suspicious packages to transit authorities. Beep, boop, beep. Just, There is a black and viscous fluid that's slowly dripping down from one of its corners onto the upholstery below. It's making a kind of a wet plop every few moments, but nobody else seems to really be paying this too much mind. There are also these weird sort of splattery stains alongside the window, which, Penny, because you did so well with your check on the mural earlier, recognizes the same sort of color profile of those wet paint paw prints that you had seen walking across the mural, but now as if something was walking sideways across the side of the train window. The 2 other passengers, which I had already described, and a strange sort of rumbling sound that you can hear. Not just the sound of the train wheels clattering along tracks or anything like that, but almost as if the walls around you are vibrating in some really strange way. So, for your successes, you can ask questions or, interact with any of those things you want. Stump, you got 2. Raven, you've got 2. And Penny, you've got 1. What would you all do? Oh, you're muted, right?
Does the splattery goop look familiar in any way?
Not from the outside. You could check the suitcase a little bit more closely if you like, though it does appear that while it does have locks on it, the lock is pretty obviously busted open on one side.
I'll do it.
All right. So,
Stepping back.
you open up the suitcase, and inside of it, got a couple of things. One, just a pistol handgun. type thing. Does appear to be loaded, but the safety is on. And a sort of broken vial that's got a bit of black liquid sloshing around in it. Oddly enough, not really with the sway of the train either. This thing looks like it's moving under its own momentum, almost like it's trying to escape. And on the outside of the vial, a very small pink painty smudge in the shape of a paw print. So you can mark down that you now have access to this pistol. I will message you what that grants you.
Pretty sure it grants me authority in a...
Yeah.
As a tool!
Yes. Okay, gotcha.
Now let's see.
Respect my authority.
Okay, and because you did have 2 successes on this, you wanted to know, does the black liquid look familiar? You recognize this from your time spent in the hospital with your Parsecyte infection symptoms as a live Parsecyte sample. This is considered to be a highly controlled substance. This would be equivalent to basically having some sort of like biohazard just out in the wilds. This is not the kind of thing that you normally just casually put in a suitcase and leave on a train. Like I said, Parsecyte inside of the vial is moving back and forth within it of its own will, not really like moving with the rocking of the train or anything like that. But with your 2 successes, you know that's what it is. You've seen this before, but you've never seen one just existing outside of a sort of hospital or clinic type setting unless it was already inside a person.
You said the vial was like broken open, right? That's why there's goop everywhere? Or is it sealed?
So there's one
vial?
sorry, that was confusing. There's a sort of like smashed one that was broken open with some goop, and then there is a sealed one that is still shut with some with goop intact.
One broken goop, one intact goop. Got it.
One intact goop, yes. Yes.
I'll pick it up and I'll the vial that is, and just kind of like hold it up and show it to Penny and Raven, as I imagine they're the ones paying attention.
Goodness.
Oh, you're muted, Penny.
So Penny will hurry over there, and she'll like, can she see the paw print inside of there, in the case?
Yeah.
So she'll and it looks like the same paw print that was on the mural.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can take that stump.
We should probably contain it.
I might know who that belongs to. May I? Please?
I'll hand it over, but there's like a look of apprehension on his face.
She's gonna put it back in the case and like pull it down and hold it at her side. I'm gonna.
So
I think. Oh yeah. Go ahead.
So you want to take it from him and try and get it to go back into the case. Okay. As you reach out and grab a hold of this vial, The sort of spatters that were on the outside in the shape of the print outside of the train windows start to sort of seep in as if they're going like through the glass and float in this weird gravity defying way. Like if you've ever seen those documentaries about astronauts drink water in space and they're the 0G sort of floating globs, start squishing in towards the train compartment a little bit closer towards you. And the Parsecyte inside of the vial starts losing it and freaking out, moving back and forth and back and forth. And it is then that the fantastical Bane from the Chaos Chorus is going to kick as the lights on the train begin to flicker and go out, punctuated by a sudden and drawn out mechanical shrieking. Like the slamming of brakes, you feel the forward momentum of the train begin to shift against you as it seems to be making an emergency stop. This unearthly rumbling starts to reverberate in the tunnel as the outside world seems to shift around you with the movement of these globules. You have just a minute of startled realization before your body lurches forward and you have to struggle to catch yourself. So I need everybody to make me a finesse athletics check. You are for 5 successes.
Oh, God.
I need to shuffle my deck. I can just do that at any time, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, there will be some things that happen when you shuffle your deck later on in the campaign, but for our first session, that won't end up being particularly important.
2 successes.
Okay.
I get 1 success, which is not enough.
1
It
success.
doesn't equal my finesse value.
Nope.
I got a club and 2 diamonds. That still matters.
3, yeah.
Same.
Okay,
So 3.
so we got a couple of options. If you would like to get yourself any extra successes, there are a few things that you can do. If you drew a diamond in your check, you can spend a point of potential to remove a card. You treat it as if it was the correct suit and add its value to your successes. So essentially temporarily removing a card from your deck for this scene in order to treat it as that number of successes. So if you drew diamonds, this option is available to you because diamonds are our wild cards that do that. Alternatively, if you did not draw diamonds, but you would like to essentially sacrifice something, you can take a condition in order to gain additional successes. This can range from 1 success, the equivalent of getting like the wind knock you, to you could take a broken bone for 3 successes. So 1, 2, or 3, you are able to take a condition for. If you should fail, just because this is important, if you decide not to, you can choose to fail. You send your top 2 cards into your wound pile, so you are not able to get those back when you reshuffle your deck until such a time as we have time to sit down, rest, regroup, etc. So, does anybody want to spend some potential or take any conditions?
I'll take.
And if you need to repeat any of that, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take a condition in order to get 2 more successes for the 5 successes we need.
Okay.
And I think for Packer, maybe like bruising one of his fingers or possibly smashing his elbow.
Okay, yeah. I think like it could be one of those, like you reach out to catch yourself and you just sort of like hyperextend the elbow a little bit. So it's gonna hurt. It's not broken or anything, but that arm's gonna hurt to use for a little while. So Add into
Oh.
your deck. Find your Queen of Clubs and add that into your deck. So the next time
Alright.
you draw that, when you are doing feats of strength, which is our like clubs based checks, it's only going to affect your strength based type things. It reduces your total successes by 1, and then after you've drawn it, you can discard it. So
Excellent.
you get like a temporary nerf to your thing.
Yeah, Packer's like, oh, ow.
You can only do that if you draw diamonds, correct?
So you can, the thing that you can do if you draw diamonds is to basically treat a card of the wrong suit as if it's the right suit. You are able to take conditions regardless of what you drew. It's just that if you did draw diamonds, you can change one card into the right suit.
Okay.
I'm gonna do
I
that
think
part
I'm-
too.
Okay.
I think I'm too far off of everything, so I'll just fail.
Okay. And
Yeah.
Cadence, are you
We'll
going
see
to
how that
do
works.
any conditions or anything then?
Yeah, I can get rid of or change one card to the right suit. I
Okay.
guess. That would give me 4 successes, and then a condition, I guess? Yes?
Yeah, so you just
Okay.
basically would get the equivalent of like the wind knocked out of you for an additional 6. So go ahead and put the Jack of Clubs into your deck.
Okay.
When you draw it, we just resolve it and then it's out of your deck again.
Okay.
So we wound
So to
up
be clear,
with, I think,
to be clear about something, the number on the card doesn't matter. It's just about pulling the correct suit.
it's the suit and then it's the total value, right? So you would need a total of 5 clubs. Not 5 club cards, 5 clubs, period. Yeah, in order to succeed.
Okay, because I pulled
Oh,
a 5 of
that makes
diamonds, a 4 of diamonds, and a 3 of clubs, so that's a grand total of 12.
Yeah, then you're definitely fine. Yeah.
Super, got it.
So I pulled a 4 of clubs, so all I would need to do is take a condition, and then I would succeed.
And then you would succeed. Yeah, you would take the win.
I'm gonna then.
You just get the
Sorry,
win
I
knocked out of you.
misunderstood.
Okay. That is okay. This
We'll
is
figure
this
this
is a
out.
learn to play. We are all learning and figuring it out together. This is just part of the funsies. So go ahead and add the Jack of Clubs deck. This is just essentially a dud card for you that when you draw next time, it doesn't count for anything, but it'll get removed from your deck. So we had nobody who just failed that. Everybody wound up with conditions. Nobody took any wounds.
Yeah, hurt my singing
Excellent. Nice singing.
Your
All
set
right.
list, Arn.
As all lurch forward and struggle to catch yourself, being staggered by the sudden haltage of the train, the light stabilizes and the train overall power just goes out, settles into this deathly, quiet stillness, completely at odds with the previous chaos. There's red emergency signs flashing at both ends of the car. A musty odor from the tunnel begins to fill the air. You see the woman dressed in the business clothes sprawled face down on the floor. She's groaning a little bit from what appears to be a little bit of blood trickling down from her forehead, like she was perhaps thrown out of the seat and onto the floor. There's a chime from the speakers, and the automated robot voice comes on again, just a little bit distorted with the crackle of static, saying, "There has been an unexpected accident on the tracks. Please remain in your seats and await further instruction." It is at this point that I'm going to say at first, here's this little sort of pattering noise on the top of the car. It would be similar to something like raindrops, were it not for the fact that the cadence is much more similar to footsteps and walking. Like the pitter-patter of little cat feet. What do you all do?
I mean, Packer's running to that woman and taking off his jacket and kind of putting it under her head and trying to see if he could do anything to help her.
Okay, yeah. Are you trying to do any kind of like healing thing or reassurance thing?
I'll do a medicine.
You want to do some first aid? Okay, let's call that a. It's going to be an intelligence medic check.
Yeah.
So let me pull you up.
You gotta do this to the face.
Oh, your draw for that is. Yeah, your draw for that is 2.
It's not great. Packer's trying his best. Okay, let's do this. No. So I will. I got a diamond, so I'm going to use that to shift the 1 of hearts that I had to the clubs for 1 success.
Okay, would be spades in this case, just because it's a different suit, but good.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Spades, so how many total successes? Yeah,
clubs.
it's okay. It happened. How many total successes did you have?
1 success.
Okay. So this is pretty much just the equivalent of like you're doing your best to make her as comfortable as you can, but she's really just like whacked her head and is acting just very disoriented and groggy. You know, like just common knowledge, she probably has a concussion, but with a single success, there's not really much that you can do to treat it or anything like this moment.
Crap. He's gonna like flip open his cell phone and did anyone call emergency services? Is Penny, are you okay? Penny! He's like looking around.
Penny is like jolted forward and grabbed onto like a railing to stop herself from falling, and she still has her hand up to Stump. Quick! Give it to me.
Wait, give you what? The cell phone?
No, she's talking to Stump for the parsley in the jar.
What's
Vial,
going on?
Yeah, he'll hand it over as he tried to earlier. A little more hurried this time.
Yeah, Raven will go
She
down
looks
next
up-
to Packer and try to help the lady. Yeah.
Do these windows open?
Yeah, they do. They're just the typical sort of top one slides up and down.
Okay. Is it like she'll go and she'll pull it down, and she's gonna try and like look out. Can she see what's walking on the top?
Yeah. So you see these sort of windy, smeary tracks of inky black and pink paw prints on the exterior of the windows, as though there was a lot more activity outside of it, even when the lights just briefly flickered out. And you see the silhouettes of what looks like black cats moving around in the tunnel outside, but their fur has a really heavy, sort of like shiny sheen to it, almost liquidy in a sense. Very similar actually to like an oil puddle or a sort of inky type black sheen. And they are just sort of prowling around doing that cat thing where it looks like they're kind of like testing the surface of glass, and most of them seem to be congregating towards the like back part of the train. There is also, I would add, there's a couple of, you've already got your head sticking out, window, some signal booster type things for phones that you see installed, mostly that like commuters and stuff will still be able to use their phones while on the train, but those do not appear to have lost power, even though your train has. So should still be able to contact the outside world if you so desire.
Okay. Do these cats look familiar at all?
Make me an intelligence memory check.
I
So
have
for you, that's a draw of 4. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
And I'm going to say you need 4 successes.
I only got 3 successes, and I also drew my jack. Is that going to do anything?
That's just a dud card, but now you can remove it back now that you've drawn it. So you're essentially no longer winded. Yeah, there's definitely something in the back of your mind that thinks that might be connected, but it's a little hard to tell because the cats are just kind of swishing around really quickly, and you'd need to probably get a closer look and know for sure. But yeah, absolutely the instinct that this is something familiar to you, you're pretty sure you've seen something like this before.
Okay, that sounds about right. So she'll duck her head back in, and she's like, there's like a lot of cats on the top, and they're heading towards the back of the train.
Cats?
Cats?
What's with the cats?
Penny, come on, let's...
Like...
Wait, what? Why are cats important?
The paw prints! The paw prints that are everywhere! The paint prints!
Like...
And all the missing
little
cats.
Kittens.
Yes! Raven, the missing cats! Exactly. The cats have been missing, and now they're here, and they have little rainbow paw prints everywhere.
Okay. Alright, first, let's make sure she's okay. I'm gonna call emergency services, and hopefully we can get like a ETA on when this is all gonna end. Nope.
I'm gonna look out the window. She just poked her head out. Can I see the cats that she's talking about? And are they like... Sorry if I missed this, but she's saying cats. Do I see cat-sized cats?
Yeah, these are you see them very like silhouette-like in the shadows, but these are normal cat-sized cats. The strange thing about them is their weird footprints and their strange shininess. But yes, they are cat-sized cats.
Honey, who cares? They're just cats. They're shiny cats, but the cats like. What would you have us do?
I can't explain. I'm just gonna go to the back of the train, okay?
Well, hold on, Penny. Wherever you're going, I'm going too.
Give us 1 second to check out this lady. And I have a trick of holistic treatment.
Oh, yes! What do for you?
Sorry?
I said, what does that allow you to do?
That, how you talk to the when treating a patient in downtime? No.
Yeah, this
I guess
would be
it's just in downtime. Shoot.
Yeah.
Never mind.
We just
Eat
take
all
our
the
time
words
to make
of your
this a
spells.
downtime.
No worries.
We
no
fell
worries.
down.
Yeah, if you want to do something more first aid-y, this would be intelligence medic.
All right, that gives me 4.
So you've got a draw of 4 in that.
Yep. And I need spades. Well, I got a 2 and a 3, so that gives me 5 successes. Yes.
Yeah, perfection. Yeah,
All right.
that is
Hey,
definitely
getting
enough
this.
to do some significant first aid. So she, as you clearly saw, has gotten a bad blow to the head, and you just sort of you can revive her, and she's just like, oh my God, what happened? Just sit on the tree. Ow. And
Yes.
she's just
Something
sort of
happened. We don't know.
pushing at her hair back from behind her. She's just, rubbing the thwack of her head. You see in a dark blue ink that starts out faint but is beginning to grow a little bit more pronounced. Mark. Shut up. She's also, with that check, very sort of feverish, kind of shivering a little bit with some chills, glassy-eyed. And you've seen this before. You've lived through this before. Seems like she's in the very early stages of having come in contact with a Parsecyte.
You're gonna be fine. Your life is gonna change, but you're gonna be fine.
What? What are you talking about? My life is going to change.
I'm sorry. I'm partly psychic, you see, and it just words come out and sorry. Yes.
Oh my God.
In the future, life will change.
Thank you. And then she just kind of looks over and is like, okay, a little bit at the rest of you. I don't know. I was just taking some samples on my way to work. Oh my God. And she just starts sort of frantically spraying around on the floor of the train. Oh shit. Where did these even go? Oh my God, they're gonna kill me. Dr. Bird's gonna kill me. Did you see any weird container things? Glass jars, vials? Yeah, did you see them? Did you?
Where did you get this? And she'll hold up the vial that she still has.
Oh, thank God. Oh my God. Oh, that's
Who
good.
did you
That's
take
good.
this from?
That's really, really, really good. I didn't take it from anybody. I'm sorry. I swear. I work at the infectious disease lab at University of Washington.
Who did they take it from? Because they want it back.
I don't know. I'm a lab tech. I just carry stuff around and transport it for research reasons. I'm supposed to be taking this to. You know what? I don't need to tell you this. I don't need to tell you who I'm taking it to. I have a head injury. I should be going to the hospital. I should be getting stitches.
What else?
And then she's just
in the
tries to
suitcase?
stand up and is extremely dizzy and just sort of flops back.
Raven, I would how do we kick off using our actual Parsecytes to do stuff?
Oh, do you want to actually make a parse together?
Yes,
has arrived.
I do.
Oh, heck yeah! You said the name of the game! Woo! Okay, so in order to make your parse do something together, this thing is the two of you working together. Tell me what you're trying to do. What is your end here? And tell me what your goal is. What what are you going to try and use your aspects to do here?
I'd like her to stay where she is, because she's not like at first I didn't really care, but now she's answering questions and she's trying to leave. So I would like to get her to stay. I know that Raven has the words seed and rooted, and I have layered.
Yes. Okay.
So can we forcibly plant her here in like a thick viney like bind? Very foresty,
so you're
very Evil Dead.
Trying to, like grow some plants to keep her sitting down in the side of this. Yeah, I think you could do that. I'm gonna say
Entanglement. In D&D
yeah.
terms.
Okay, so you're contributing your layered. Okay, and then Raven is contributing your entanglement. Awesome. Okay.
Rooted.
I'm gonna call rooted. Thank you. I'm going to call this a feats, since this is a very sort of force-based thing. So we're looking for clubs. I'm going to also say that we will let you draw one extra, because she's got a concussion and is a little bit kind of
Cool.
unstable.
So this is force draw.
Yes, so you will add an extra card to your draw for this, and we'll call this a force. You can call this force athletics or force melee, just because it's up close and personal. And you will need 4 successes here in order for this to work.
Oh, if I fail, I'm gonna really upset because I'm gonna pull 8 cards for this.
Like half your deck.
Well, I pulled my jack at least, so I got rid of that.
5, 6. How many did I pull? 2, 4, 6. Let's go. 7, 8. Clubs. Oh my god. 9, 12, and then I got another 11 in diamonds, so
Holy crap.
23.
Okay. Wow. All right. Describe to me, how do you want to do this, and I will add to it how that's even more awesome, because that is a crit success. It was like 3 times the threshold there. So yeah, tell me what this looks like, and I will tell you.
So, Raven was kind of like tending to her, and I'll place like my hand on her shoulders, and several little seedlings will just kind of fly out of Raven's hands and burst into little seedlings, and they'll all just kind of like barrel of monkeys chain link together until there's just like a growing web of vines wrapping around her legs and body.
Nice. Hang on one second. The 2 of you, for being involved in this, just mark down that you take an extra line of script for your efforts in this action. That's your level up juice. So you will have that to add to your level up stuff at the end. She's kind of just very confused, not trying too terribly hard to struggle or fight against this. She's becoming very distressed and kind of thrashing around a little bit, like, listen, I just needed to get these samples, but if one of them, there should have been 2, and if one of them then have more important things to worry about right now. Did you see a second one?
I will point down at the puddle.
And her eyes drift towards the back of the train, where you hear a slight sloshing and scrabbling noise coming in the direction of where those cats were. It looks like the force of the train, like impact crash, was partially smashed some of the glass in the sliding door. And one of the cat creatures that you had seen towards the back of the train has squeezed through the little doorway. It just comes in meow a little bit, and in the somewhat better lighting of the emergency red lights, you notice that it's dripping what appears to be ink. It's also staring down at you, or staring you down with 6 eyes, and standing on 8 legs.
That's also not natural.
Another 6-eyed cat face appears in the hole in the glass, and another is coming in, and another, and another. An entire pack of them seems ready to slash into this train. They start walking in, just sort of surveying the cabin of the train like they own the place. As they move, though, their bodies start to flicker in and out of your vision, and their fur bristles send little sparks of static up into the air. What do you do?
What are they here for? Packard's taking a few steps back.
I think this used to be theirs. Penny says, and like holds up the vial.
Can we give it back?
Do you want this? She asks of the
Are you
cats.
asking the cat?
Yeah, 100%.
Comes up to you and is a little bit like, just looking up at you. The Parsecyte inside of the tube is going crazy as the cat looks at it. And some of the inky drops that were dripping off the bottom of its fur start to sort of fall upwards. Again, weirdly defying gravity.
So she'll crouch down and like proffer the vial and to it. Just
Careful, Penny.
make sure it gets to who needs it. Does this I'm assuming that this is a lingua. Does it look familiar? You make another intelligence check to recognize 6-eyed, 8-legged cats.
No.
I think I've seen this before.
This specific one is not one that you have seen before, but now that you are up close and personal with it, you know that this is the same type of creature that you had encountered previously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
This is definitely
so
what you think it is.
Awesome. I can't give you back the other one. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I can't. It broke. She'll gesture to the puddle, but she'll give over the one that you can. I was gonna bring it back.
The cat just sort of perches up a little bit on its hind legs as you extend the vial to it. Meow! And it bats at it with a paw, knocking the vial out of your hands and onto the floor of the train compartment, where it shatters with a splattering noise. The blob inside of it no longer being just into a flat, and all of the cat's 6 eyes look directly up at you before one of the cats behind it jumps up and pounces, snatching it up in its mouth and trotting away with the Parsecyte blob dangling like a little baby kitten in its mouth as it retreats towards the back of the train. And one by one, the rest of the cats begin to back out of the train the same way they came. And you hear the woman sitting in her encased plank chair just go, no, 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 no! I'm going to be in so much trouble! Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
You'll make it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's better than being on their bad side.
What? What do you mean better than being on their bad side? What are you talking about? It's a cat. What bad side? What?
Did you see that cat?
What?
It had like 6 eyes.
Apparently you'd never owned a cat before. You don't know.
Well, no, I haven't. I'm really more of a goldfish person. Oh my god.
I don't think you have to be a cat person in order to realize that 8 and 6 eyes on a cat is abnormal. I'm not really sure about that, but I'm pretty sure that's just called general knowledge. Right, Charles? Because Charles is here, I just remembered.
Charles is here, yes. Charles is here. He has been, no, he's not dead. Wow. He's alive. He is very much alive. He has actually been, sort of switching back and forth a bit with the, like, emergency intercom box, trying to contact the conductor of the train or some such, switching between that and his cell phone. He's like, sorry guys, I think we've got a bit of a problem. Those cats were weird, but there's also some really bizarre shit going on upstairs, apparently. And he holds out his phone to you. And you see where there's a kind of like local newscaster live streaming type thing, saying in a voice of a reporter that is trying to remain calm and professional but not completely panic, saying the city has turned on its head as impossible phenomena have begun to occur. Several city blocks have begun floating up towards the sky in the Pioneer Square neighborhood above the old city of Seattle, where the buildings are appearing to collapse into themselves and forming cubes. Some of our folks here at the scene now have found 7 individual figures engulfed in glowing words. We are as yet unsure whether these are part of the recent Parsecyte epidemic, and the individuals' words are as follows: muted, anonymous, gliding, new, edge, towering, squares. Please remain calm and stay in your homes as we attempt to bring you more about this situation. We don't know who these figures are, if they represent any sort of organized group whatsoever. The most important thing that you can do right now is remain where you are and wait for help to arrive. So, cats. And this.
I told you cats were trouble.
Penny drifts toward Packer to grip onto his, like, jacket sleeve. What do we do?
I mean, let's compartmentalize. First step is to get out of here. Charles, are we getting any help, or what's up, Penny?
I mean, train conductor said that there'd probably be somebody coming soon, but it also looks like there's been some sort of a cave-in, so we could be here for a while unless... Unless we parse our way out of here, maybe.
Let's do that. I don't want to be stuck in here any longer than we have to.
Well, what are we gonna face when we go up?
Something new and different. Let's try not to be scared of that.
We could
Probably better
follow
than
the
what we'll
cats.
face if we stay down here and wait.
Is there a door for me to get off the train and see where the cats are going?
Yeah, there's the typical kind of side sliding door. There's the cracked glass door between the train cars, and then there's also an emergency exit hatch that you could get out of.
She's gonna try and go out of the normal door before she tries the emergency hatch.
Yeah,
was it
it's
open?
kind of stuck, but let's see. Give me a... Need to make sure that I have the right person's tab open as I'm reading things. You can give me a force athletics check if you like. See if you can wrench it open.
It's a no.
We're looking for... What did you draw?
I could only draw one card, and it was a 2 of hearts. So she's just gonna look at stuff. Could you?
No, you can draw two.
Oh, I can draw 2?
Force athletics.
For
yeah.
force?
So you draw.
Oh,
You've
okay.
got a 1 in force and a 1 in athletics. So yeah, you draw a total of 2.
Yeah, no. It's a no-go.
No. Alas.
She'll look over at some. Can you? Or Packer? Yeah, thank you. She'll step aside.
I'll grab the bars up above on the train and try to put my foot through the door.
Okay.
Packer will assist.
What are you?
What is he doing?
Using
Pushing
to
on his
assist?
butt?
Yeah.
Yeah, just how are you flavoring this? Just because I know that you're not really built muscular, so what you could you could assist with an augment or something if you like.
I think in this case, and it might just be not really helping at all, but for Packer, he wants to put in the effort. For him, he's just kind of trying to pull the sliding doors apart as he's kicking into it to hopefully get that foot further in. But yeah.
Okay. So you're kind of just trying to provide some leverage or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that will give Stump, you get +1 card draw.
Cool. 2, 4, 6, 8.
Yeah.
8 successes, did you say? Or did you just say that
I drew 8 cards because
Gotcha.
Stump's a big
we're
boy.
double draw?
Did I? Yeah, I did add 1 to force for that. Yeah, he's a big boy. Stump is pushing 7 feet. 7 feet and 300 pounds. He's a big guy. We need clubs. There's
Yes.
10, 15, 18. 18.
How do you have 18?
I pulled 4 clubs, a 3, 5, 6, and a 4.
Holy crap. Okay, yeah. Critical success, so gain yourself a line of script.
A lot, and I pulled 8 cards, so yeah, it's a lot.
Good gracious. Yeah, and you were able to wrench the doors open, and they are going to stay open for a while. That's how good they've been opened. Holy crap.
And Packer helped.
Yeah, get a line of... No, take a line of script there, too, because crit success, that happens.
Damn. 2 lines now.
we could do magic, or we could just kick down the door. I love this. This is great.
I took the giant trick when we built these guys, so it's another +1 to force. Athletics is +3. So yeah, it's 7 cards normally.
Holy cow.
Big.
Yeah, using the cell phone and kind of turning on the light, Packard's just gonna hop down onto the ground outside.
Do we see the cats anywhere, or are they long gone?
You are kind of... So you all are outside of the train car right now. Sorry, I'm just trying to visualize this. Yeah? Yeah, okay. Are you taking the woman with
lady
you, or are you
that's
just
rooted
leaving
back
her?
there?
She's still rooted in the train car? Okay, cool. She's like, what's happening out there? And
Well,
Charles is just, shining his cell phone light
take
around
her.
to see if he can find a way out.
You need to
Can you
unroot her.
see the cats? Yes. They are actually crowding around one of these sort of train cars that is a little bit further back behind where you are, where there appears to be somebody else who has gotten out of one of the cars. It's a sort of young-ish looking, very stooped over, kind of sweaty, coughing man that is leaning against the side of the train car and just hacking and shivering, and looks like he's having a really hard time. He goes to, like, his hand reaches in towards the pocket of the jacket, and you can hear this sort of rattling noise, almost like he's trying to get some kind of, like, pills or medication, or something like that. Until he collapses towards the ground. The cat just sort of, like, come around him, like, all very, very concerned here.
Hacker, leave her. Charles said someone was coming to help, and she's gonna just, like, pull him towards the person who's on the ground.
Right. He'll make a run to help that old person.
Excuse me, kitties.
Okay.
Excuse me. This guy's burning up with fever.
Yeah. Yeah. As you get closer, the other passengers that were in the train car that he has emerged from are getting increasingly more agitated. They are pressing against the walls, trying to get the door of the train compartment shoved shut again as they back away from this man. As he's been laying on the ground, unmoving. Packer, you were the one that went to go see if he was okay, right?
Yeah,
Penny
Square
pulled
did.
Packer
Packer
over.
and Penny. Yeah.
Okay, you both did. Cool. You notice in sort of like the P squad in the back of his chest, sort of this like inky black hole that would look something like a bullet wound, like an entry wound or something like that, oozing out this very just black inky substance. At which point he pushes himself up to his hands and knees, clutching his chest, breathing heavily. He begins to reach his left hand into the chest area and grab a hold of something. You can see a piece of the man's heart beating inside of his chest cavity. As he turns and looks at you, his skin begins to shift in colors, half of it becoming a very pale blue, the rest of it taking down a metallic sheen. At this point, the people that are in the train car watching him just absolutely begin panicking. and the man is beginning to start freeing and going for the passengers. What do you do?
So did he just become what's the word? Incomprehensible? That's not it.
Incoherent. Yes.
Yes.
Evil?
He did.
Oh,
He became incoherent.
oh God.
Okay.
I'm like, Penny,
The parse is
do
taking over.
this.
What? And
We're gonna parse.
we're to parse. So she'll probably
Twinsies,
I
okay.
imagine she we're gonna do this. We're gonna Power Rangers every time we do this.
Yeah.
So-
We're like, we could go.
Oh God.
Yeah. Do that right. And so I was thinking, my aspect of strings in your augment of isolate.
That's exactly what I was
to-
thinking.
Oh my God!
Sweet.
Twinsy power.
Nice.
So yeah, though I want to make it an enchantment. So it is just within his mind, these strings that are wrapping around his perception of everything, isolating him from everything else. So he's in this black void of emptiness. So yeah, I think the parse level. I don't- I guess it would- Maybe a minor? Minor or moderate.
So yeah, I'm gonna say this is moderate because you're attempting
Okay.
to sedate somebody who's panicking. So you have a successing of where's the
7.
tab here? 7. Yeah. If you have other the aspect that's contributed, if you have other augments, you get to add those to your draw. Other ones that you're using. I think
Yeah, I
we're
don't
gonna
really
call
have any
this.
Other augments.
Yeah, Penny,
So
you can
I add
contribute any
my
too if you
augments to
have
them?
ones.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So she's definitely gonna do her.
The rest of you
isolate.
can too, if you wanna be in on this and be in on the
You just
scene
have
as
to
well.
do this.
Can I also use my? Can I also use my muse? So what I want to do
Yeah.
with that is she is going to start talking quietly, and she wants to be inspiring. Packer. I really wanted to call you Mitch, but she's gonna be inspiring Packer, so she's gonna throw in her muse. I picture she slowly reaches out and she takes his hand and her fingers interlock with his as she becomes his second strength and his duplicate. And yeah, so she's going to enforce and make his parse is twice as strong. If that works. with you.
Beautiful.
I'm not sure. So yeah.
I can see what they're doing, and so I'll pull one of the sleeves back, and I'll let the word "steal" that runs down my forearm kind of dance off and join them.
Nice.
To harden the barrier that they're creating.
This is dope. All right, so that's what 2 augments.
Yes.
I
I
think
think there's 2 augments
3.
and 2 aspects. No, sorry, 3 augments and 2 aspects is what we're going for. I think we're gonna say that the
Who's
relevant
Bob?
aptitude that you're so the person who initiated the parse draws. So I think that was Packer. Yeah, you're the one that is contributing your aspect. So I'm gonna have you look for, let's see.
Yeah, I'm trying to go for enchantment, so trying to alter.
Yeah. So you're
his
trying to get
perception.
your hearts. You're gonna try and get your hearts cards, right?
Yay.
Yeah. Okay. So your aptitude in that is, I think, a 3. Yeah. No, sorry, it's a 5 total. Getting my nomenclature
Yeah.
a little bit confused. So you're drawing 5 +1 for every other augment that was added. So I think that you're drawing 8 total cards, if I'm doing the math correctly there.
Sounds right. God, that fucking king. Alright, so 3, 8. 8 successes.
8 successes. Okay, that is absolutely enough for the sort of moderate thing. So yeah, you are able to do this. What does this look like as you attempt to calm down this panicking guy who's become incoherent?
Yeah, so
Are you targeting
kind of
some specific? Yeah.
grasping, kind of responding to Penny grasping his hand, fingers interlocked, and he takes his other hand and he kind of touches the ground, and like this very ethereal, like guitar strings start leaking out of his chest and like moving the ground like vines, and combining with the steel of Stump's and like that melody part too, so it looks and vibrates like this guitar strings as it shoots up and kind of worms its way into this person's mind. And Packer can kind of see the weaves of guitar strings wrapping around different concepts of his head as he kind of puts it in this like steel guitar string cage and then locks it down.
Beautiful, beautiful. Successful parse. Very well done, everybody. And the guy's sort of like area where he's just holding this hole in his chest is beginning to not necessarily completely heal over or anything like that, but you have essentially attempted to do the parsing equivalent of staunching the bleeding on this guy. He gets a little bit more calm, his breathing evens out a little bit more, and it's just like, oh my god, thank you. I'm sorry. I just hit the train and I was freaking out. We need to get out of here, and I think I scared all of those people in that train car. Okay.
She could still see his heart. She's gonna turn around and just like lose her guts.
Okay. Yeah. Packer's gonna hold the hair up. Like, all right, we got this. We're fine.
I can see his heart.
Yeah. Okay, let's not think about it. Yeah, okay, we're fine. All right.
I'm sorry, you're not gross.
I mean, he kind of is, but it's fine. He looks over at Stump, and in a very awkward, like, man-to-man, he's like,
he rolls eyes at you and just kind of like turns away from you.
Okay, that worked as well as I thought. Cool. All right. He will go over to the car he popped out from, and are there individuals in there?
Yeah, there's a crowd of people just sort of like about as far away from the exit where your parse heart attack friend came out of the train car, and they're looking at you just sort of very suspiciously, but just almost like numb in shock, just a few passengers.
Yeah, Packer's going to like attempt to utilize his fame, kind of put his hair back and like, hey, everything's gonna be okay, all right? We're gonna find an exit, but if you just stay here, calm down, we'll make sure you're safe, okay?
Are you trying to use your charmingness to manipulate them?
Oh, yeah.
This sounds like a conduct check.
Yup, this is a
I have wallflower. No, it's not wallflower. Wingman. I have wingman.
Oh my god,
okay.
Yes.
Are you gonna use that? Okay.
Yeah, 100%. Select a friend or companion when engaging in contact. You may reveal 2 cards from either their deck or yours. Treat any hearts revealed as if they'd been revealed them.
Oh my god. And I have fame
Okay.
at 4. So each pip or each like little check on that gives me an extra draw. And I also have striking looks.
Okay.
You're the most charming of the charming mother effers, and Stump is right to hate you.
I just want Stump to love me. Love me, darn it.
All
There's
right. go ahead
miles
make
and
that
miles and
conduct
miles
check.
of fuckboy between us, Packer.
Oh my god.
We're gonna get it. That's my rule. Okay, so real quick, okay, so Silver Tongue. No, I didn't choose that. So Striking Looks was the one I chose.
Yeah, and
Oh.
famous or fame.
Okay, cool. Just drawing my deck. And you said this was manipulation, right?
Yeah. Not the evil sense, but in the do what I want you to do sense.
Yeah. Chill the fuck out, man.
Mhm.
So 3, 7, 10, 15 successes.
Did you draw 2 extra, or do you want me to draw them for you?
I drew 2 extra.
Perfect.
Oh,
with
so
moving that.
just for future reference, M would draw those because that's the way that adding that augment works, but it's fine. You're
Oh,
able
okay.
to I think like one of the older people in the train car is just like, who are you again? And somebody's just like, shush, Dad. That's the guy from Squid Ink. Oh my god. And they just are, you know, a little bit more relaxed, beginning to move around the train compartment a little bit more. And yeah, what do y'all do next?
So do the cats look like they're leaving?
They are beginning to disappear down the sort of train tunnel area in the direction that you were previously coming from.
Okay. Okay, she'll be quiet for now.
What's up,
Just gotta
Penny?
check on Raven. Let's talk about it later. Raven, are you okay?
Yeah?
Are you
I
really
really don't want to be in this tunnel anymore, though. I don't like it down here.
It's okay. We'll get out. We can. The cats probably know a way out. We could follow them, or we could try to get a hole up to the surface.
Yeah.
What do you think,
Yeah, we
Packer?
smash our way out.
You want to
We'll figure
smash?
Yeah, I mean, it's a metaphorical smash. Like, that sounded weird, but we'll figure out a way. Let's pick a direction, and we'll see hopefully why this has happened and if we can get out.
Hold on. Charles, where were we on the track when the train stopped? Do you know what's above us?
Well, let me see. We've been on the train for about 5 minutes, so... And he's just sort of like muttering under his breath. If we could get past the sort of rocks and rubble and stuff like that ahead of us, I think we're maybe about a quarter of a mile away from the actual station upstairs. We'd probably run some kind of like emergency outlet before then, but we're not far. We just need to get around all of that.
So, if we could clear that, then that would be fine.
Yeah, probably.
Are the cats going the opposite way?
They are, yes.
I'm just waiting
Any
for one of
cats-
those cats to be like at my belly. That's dangerous. Yeah. Just
have 6 eyes, Packer. How many teeth do you think they have?
Yeah, 8
I wanna
legs is a
say,
lot of
like,
claws.
12.
A lot of claws.
Fuck around and find out, I guess.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't do it to a regular cat. All right,
Or is
let's
it
pick
we
this
went
direction.
back the way it's clear? 'Cause it's
If we went back, it's clear.
yeah, 'cause the
Probably
Rubble's
like
ahead of us, yeah?
20, 30 minutes maybe. Yeah, Rubble's ahead of us. But if we're walking, it's gonna take a while.
I can
Although,
walk for
emergency
30
outlet,
minutes.
that's a good point. We could go around that.
I'm just
Yeah,
worried that if we
let's
try and clear a cave-in, it might trigger another cave-in, and
That's really sensible.
That is sensible. Yeah, I mean, either way, I think works. We're just trying to figure out if there's a way to get out so we can start evacuating people.
Okay. Hacker, did you charge your phone today?
Come on.
How much battery do
kidding
you
me,
have
come-
left?
Uh,
I know you take a lot of selfies of yourself, so Really?
I got 30%.
emergency selfie?
Well, yeah, I think probably capitalize on this time. Yep. 30%. Hopefully that's enough time for us to get out if we're using my flashlight. I'm sure some of you guys have flashlights too. In any case, let's get a jogging.
Okay.
Penny.
So we're gonna head back the way we came, about 30 minutes, and we'll look for an emergency exit. Charles, are you staying here or are you coming with us?
Oh, I'm coming with. Why would I be hanging out in a weird underground tunnel?
Okay.
And from behind you, you hear, "What's going on out there? I can hear you guys talking."
Shh.
Hey,
just don't
hey,
answer
miss.
her.
Oh, what? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck to a seat.
should we undo her? Can we undo her?
No, the
Are you
emergency
guys
Can
gonna
we
kill
reverse
me?
parts?
We're not gonna kill you. What the heck?
Was this some kind of like plot? All
We don't
along?
have plots.
Penny.
We have plans.
Yeah?
Penny, do you remember when we tried to make groupies and it didn't work for the band because they were too big? We could
Yeah.
do that and they can carry her.
Or she could just wait for emergency services that are on the way, and then she can't tell everybody that we attacked her.
Or since she's seen all of our faces, she could make up her own story and there's no one here to refute her.
Crap.
We could just talk to
Um,
her. Maybe just be like, hey, don't screw us over, you know?
We can take her with. We just have to make the groupies. And we can make 2 of them.
I can also, I mean, maybe you can carry her, Stump, or I can, or
I think that's what the groupies
Piggyback.
are for.
It's what the groupies do.
We can try, but we should make a decision quick. I want to know what's going on upstairs, and Raven's a little scared.
Why don't we just unvine her and she can do what she wants?
yeah, unvine her. Let's.
I
Unvine
like
her.
the idea of being able to control where she goes, given that she knows what she knows.
Oh god.
Let's not be creepy about it. Let's
We could kill
give
her.
the
So you
freedom.
do-
And eliminate all other possibilities.
Holy heck, that.
Penny
escalated.
slowly
Uh,
looks to
I'm
the
out.
train
No,
compartment
no.
next to us full
No.
of people.
As do the people, just kind of like backing away at the point that Stump goes, "We could kill her," and they're just like,
Joking.
Oh,
So funny
how
stuff.
about instead we pick her up and take her with us, since she
Do
knows
we have to
things.
carry her? We can let her
Let's
walk.
carry her. It's not that bad. Or make her walk. Like, let's cut her out and see what happens. Anyone have
Packer,
a
maybe
pair
you
of
could just
scissors?
talk to her, and you could do like your charming thing that you do, and just see if maybe she'd be okay with you. Just not telling people. Like,
Yeah,
you could do
Hecker, hit her
when
with that pee-pee
you-
charm.
Really
"Can
funny
you
stuff.
please let me out of here? My leg is falling asleep and it's really uncomfortable."
I'm coming
Ow!
and Packer will roll back onto the train
No.
and try to get these vines on. Like,
Yeah. You're able to do it. You don't even need to necessarily like make a check for that or something like that to untie her from vines. Thank you. God,
Yeah,
I
no
should have
problem.
never even taken this job. I thought it was going to be awesome, and this was my first day.
yeah. I mean, honestly, you kind of always start
Sorry.
off at the beginning. You hope for something beautiful, and a job just takes and it takes until there's really nothing left. You ready to get out?
Well,
Did you?
yeah. Yeah,
I'll help you
I don't.
down. We can help you get out because you do have a concussion. We could also just drop you off with the other passengers, whichever you prefer.
That's okay. I think I would like to get off this train and out from underground. Please. I need to figure out how I'm going to explain why I lost 2 samples on public transit.
Yeah.
Just tell
Yeah.
them
Does
there was
her-
a crash and they went boosh.
Yeah.
Does her story add up? It's her first day, but they trusted her with the vial to take on
And a
public
gun.
transit. And a
And
gun.
gun.
Like,
the literal
Stump is
Chekhov's
definitely
gun
gonna
here.
hear that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stump's gonna hear that and think that
Disney.
something sounds like bullshit.
An insight perception. So you gotta draw
5
5 for
cards.
that, and you are looking for the spades.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got a 2 of spades.
Okay,
Diamonds?
if you drew any diamonds,
Nope.
you
I
can
got
use those
clubs,
to...
hearts,
Nope.
and a 2 of spades.
Would you like to mark a condition? You can get up to 1, 2 to 3 successes with like varying degrees of... Yeah, I'm gonna say this is a 3 for you to get a basic read on her. It's gonna be 5 successes though for you to like put the clues together, galaxy brain it. So you could
I'll
mark
mark
a
a condition to add. Yeah, I'll do that then, because I can add the 6 to make it 8.
Okay, so you want 1, 2, or 3 more successes? Just 1?
Oh, I don't just mark. I get to pick one of the cards that I drew and mark that one as a success, right? Or is that only the wild card ones?
That's only if you drew diamonds. Yeah, these are 2 different things. So if
Oh.
you drew the wild card, you get to do that. Otherwise, you can essentially like push yourself and mark a condition for 1 or 3 successes additional.
Then I will do 3 additional. Do I mark 3 conditions for that?
Interesting. No, put the King of Spades into your deck. She is
Yeah.
gonna have some kind of hold over you for you to figure this out. So she knows that she's in a position where she has to talk to you and like has to tell you some things, but that will be a complication when next you draw that trying to do some kind of mind/spade based thing. So I'm marking that real quick because I love that. So what do you ask her? Or are you just giving her the stony
I'd like to know
of...
whether... Yeah, I'd like to know if that's something that, A, if it sounds off, and B, I definitely want to come at her with, it's your first day, and they gave you a Parsecyte and this thing, and like hold it out kind of generally aimed at her because I don't have any gun training.
Don't point that at me! That's so unsafe! Oh my god!
I don't have any gun training, so I just kind of wave it around.
Like Danny DeVito style. I am gonna die on this train! No! Can we, like, get away from where there's other people before we have this conversation, please? Yeah. And let's go walk while we talk.
What's going on? She says as she's walking along. Because wild things just happened.
This is why I don't come into the city that often. Oh.
Sorry, Raven.
Oh my goodness.
Is it loaded?
So, what do you need to know exactly? You just gonna like ask me questions and let me go?
Same as how...
Who are you working for anyway?
Hold on. You're free to go whenever you want. You aren't being held hostage.
Yeah, she is.
Despite what it might.
Looks at Stump, looks at Raven, looks back at Stump, the people that literally encased her in a cage made of vines. Okay, sure.
How did we get here? Stump, why? What's happening, man? Like,
what do you want to know? What do you want to know?
Why don't you start at the beginning and bring us up to speed to now?
Where were you born? What time?
No, Raven. No.
What day?
I think more of along the questions of where did you get that Parsecyte? Where did you get those?
So, okay. Not my first day on the job. That was a lie. I'm Capricorn. I'm pretty sure that's why you were asking day, time, everything, etc. And why did I have that? That actually is my job. I'm just not new at it. But I am new.
I'm sorry, that was really
You
rude.
would be too if that smashed on you on public transit and leaked into here, and she just points at the back of the ear where Mark is becoming more present on the back of her ear. Yeah, that's new. This is first day on the job with this little hitchhiking asshole.
You're gonna be a...
Where were you taking it?
I do work in the infectious disease lab at the university. You can look that up. That's public record. That's where I was taking it.
You got
Where
ID?
did you get it from?
That too.
She fishes around in her wallet in like a pants pocket and pulls out a really sort of old, beaten up university ID card that looks like she maybe used to be a student there at one point, and now that she's employed by the university, they just never bothered to replace the ID card. So it's an old picture, like old graphic design of the logo of the ID card, but it's recognizable as her. And you see the name Alana Malure on it. I'll put that in chat in case people want spelling. There you go. Happy?
No. Answer Penny's question.
Oh, sorry. What was the question? That was Anna, the GM. Not the character. I was like, wait, what?
Where did you get these?
Got them from... She's gonna try and... Let me see.
Is she actually taking like a while to answer?
No, this is just
Or
me
is-
because I'm remembering like how the NPCs work. There's a different mechanic for me to be like, do they trust you or not? That was me being like, okay, what do I do? She trusts you because, you know, thank you, random chance.
I didn't tie her up.
Yeah, I mean, that also helps a lot.
I'm holding a Glock. I don't care about trust.
Just waving it around like a maniac. Oh my god.
Fear's equally powerful, sure. I understand that.
This campaign
Why
is
are we
now the
friends with
meme
him?
of Lord of... Yeah.
Because we used to boil in a bath together, that's why.
Shh.
I got these from one of our partner programs. I don't know the details of the contract and everything, but we are contracting with a big pharmaceutical company that is trying to come up with some kind of, I don't know. It's weird. They call it, yeah, like a cure for all the world's problems. They're trying to extract this stuff in order to synthesize it. Synthesize their drug, I mean.
But parasites are living things. That's why the linguists wanted to protect them. You can't just take them. You can't use them.
What are you
to
doing
solve-
with them?
I'm just... Look, I'm just doing what the lab manager asks, but we run a lot of tests on them.
You're just following orders.
Oh, God.
Well, yeah, except for the fact that now I'm probably gonna get fired because not only did I destroy two of our best chances at getting these samples, but like I said, one of them is now a hitchhiking asshole on my ear.
Well, I mean, we
Maybe
might.
I'll learn
So I don't know
Interesting.
how I'm gonna write that email, but
Ah, man. Problems for
Just
tomorrow.
tell them you found somebody new and you're running away to live with them forever.
Wow, the true love route. I haven't heard you talk about that since the plains of Tilapia.
Oh, the flames of Tilapia. Sorry, there's a lot
I'm
of
supposed
inside
to-
jokes here.
okay. You know what? And she just sort of like points upwards towards another like red emergency light with a little sort of like hatch ladder thing. Got into one of this. I'm just gonna go. It was not really nice meeting all of you. Hopefully we never see each other again, specifically you. And she points at Stump. That was weird. Maybe don't tie people up with plants when you literally just met. And also, can I please have my gun back?
I unchamber all bullets Is it a revolver or a clip?
It's a clip.
Yeah, I drop the clip and I pull the bullet out of the chamber. I hand her the gun, but not the clip.
Okay. That's fine. Okay.
Did you need help
Bye.
getting up there? Because you do have a concussion. Okay.
She goes to like walk up the ladder and then just smacks into the wall and is just like, that was a lot closer than I thought it was.
Hey, why don't you just stick with us just till we can get you to a medical professional? I'm kind of worried you climbing up that ladder by yourself. Is that okay?
Penny looks from
sure.
Patter to Stump, like, can you believe this shit?
This day just... Okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay. He
Let us
goes
know if
first.
you walk.
She points over at Stump like, you go up the ladder first, no clobbering me from behind.
Just give out jobs to everybody today. And he heads up first.
All right. As you emerge out of the service hatch that takes you out of the train tunnels, climbing the stairs back up out of the station into the city area, you are a little bit further away, but you see the site of the Columbia Tower, the site of your after party to celebrate your big night, glittering in the distance. Interesting thing about that, though. Normally, this building is renowned how tall it is. But instead of stringing in a very long, vertical way, it's sideways, running parallel to the street level, as it looks like several stretches of city blocks have been peeled up off the ground in this weird sort of sideways plane, perpendicular to where you are. And you look up and you see different streets just curving up above your head in this weird origami geometric Mobius strip of the city of Seattle. And hanging off the side of the Columbia Tower, a very large banner depicting 7 figures silhouetted, fluttering in the wind. And that is where we are going to end our premiere episode of Going Off Script for the night.
Well. Wow.
Woo!
Heck to the yeah.
How are we all doing, everybody? We can just go around, check in, and
Awesome.
see how we are all doing as players, as people, not as parselings. Mitch, how are you?
Good. I think Packer has a lot of questions concerning Stump and what road his life took for him to have such a response. Yeah, it's just like definitely interested to see like the type of people his like former best friend become, and yeah, that's pretty much seeing how that goes.
Nice. Right, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing real good. Yo, this is therapeutic. It's nice. I will say I don't often get to play like bold-faced dickhead characters who are just unapologetically rude and just like, I'm gonna get where I need to go regardless of what this is happening. I'm I don't want to be here in the first place. Like, you brought me here, so like, let's get things rolling. Like, I love the feeling of like absolute untethered freedom that grants me in this game. It's real good. It's a lot of fun to play, and Mitch, you handle Packer so well in those situations of just like smiling awkwardness but never faltering smile. It's really good. I love the show.
How are you
All
doing,
I'll
Em?
say is my brain hurts.
Oh. Hopefully in a good way, but you know.
Yeah.
It's a wild and trippy TTRPG system. Let me tell you, I had very little planned out in advance for what would happen because I knew the second y'all went, we want to make a parse, everything would change, and it did.
For sure. Is this what we're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The Dragon Ball Z, like, what do they call it? Oh man, I'm gonna have to look
Fusion
it up
dance.
afterwards. There you go.
Fusion dance.
My lord. I'm doing well. This was fun. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt like Penny has a lot stronger personality than I was expecting, but I think it's gonna work out well with the group. I think everyone has a pretty distinct personality, and that was fun to see. I just loved how small Raven was, and just was like, I'm just gonna pull my wing, and she's gonna be okay. But yeah, it was fun.
Sweet.
Mhm.
And Cadence. How's Cadence post
I'm
all
good,
of this?
Oh, yeah. Still trying to figure Raven out, but yeah, that was fun. It's like, oh, she doesn't like being underground, does she? No. Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Raven are
And
sort
what's-
of free-spirited and like wide open air. It does not strike me that she'd love being underground too terribly much. But yeah, it's always fun to see like what you learn about them when you first pilot them, so to speak. That's
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Yeah.
And everybody
boy.
else. Oh my gosh. Yeah. This is going to be some fun.
Yeah, I am excited to see where we all end up going because this cast has given me some amazing things to work with from a GM's perspective. And just, you know, after this is the first episode, I am extraordinarily excited to see where this takes us. Speaking of where else it takes us, we'll go around and do a few little outros before we wrap up for this evening, just so that you can tell us a little bit about where we can find you, plug any other projects that you'd like to plug. We'll go ahead and start the same order as we did intros, so we'll begin with Mitch. Where can the people find you and your work?
Hey, Penny Fortel, as you can see below, you can find me on all the social medias as such. You can find me this weekend during GehennaCon. We will be doing a panel for the End Times Kickstarter, which will be Saturday. I'll be running Black Void this weekend as well as Flames of Freedom. So all this stuff during GehennaCon is going to be really fun. Definitely check that out. Other than that, soon on our Discord, we are going to be talking about our new book coming out, the English translation of El Enganagio, which is a necropunk TTRPG that also uses a card system. So this will be coming out pretty soon, hopefully in May for the Kickstarter, but definitely you'll be able to play it and enjoy it before then. Other than that, dear God, it has been an absolute pleasure. And that's it.
Fantastic. I'm excited for that book to come out in English too. Not just because I'm gonna get to work on that, but also because the game looks freaking awesome and it's gonna be fantastic to play, I think. Okay. Hey Bright, where can we find you online?
You can find me everywhere at Bright Dystopia. The ones that I use the most are my Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram, so hit me up over there and say hi. I want more. I want to play some more. Is it Thursday yet has taken on a new meaning for me. I'm going to say that. This is fun.
Yay! Awesome. And M.
My name is M. You can find me at Anthrama Streams. You can see that down below. That's me on Twitch. I am 1/3 of the core team of Level 1 Geek, who is a TTRPG streaming group. We also have a blog where we write about how to get your non-geeky friends to join the sweet, sweet addiction of TTRPGs. So if you are thinking about taking the plunge, our website will help you not only take the plunge yourself as a new GM or DM, it will also help you convert people over to playing this game. So, that's what you can find about us. Our shows are, we do competition-style games, we have a normal campaign, and then we also do indie games 2 to 4 times a month. And yeah, so we've got a lot of content. Feel free to check us out.
It's a great channel doing all the good TTRPGs. Yeah. Cadence and a Strim Cat. Hello, Cat.
Yes, this is Josie. This is my dear little Josie.
Check for ink spots.
So far, so good. Yes, I'm Cadence. I can be found on Twitter at Magdalene Bloom. What day is it? Tuesdays. I play Vampire the Masquerade with Party Wipe Games starting at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard. Are we set? Never mind. Central Time. And that's all I know right now, because I have a city turning sideways in my brain, and that's all I know.
Fantastic. Definitely going to check that out. That channel's run by Rindus, who's another one of our cast members. He plays in Great American Witch. And we just dropped the Level 1 Geek link there in the Twitch chat if you want to that checked out. Fantastic. I guess that just leaves me. Oh yeah, I have to outro myself. How do we turn this thing off? So my name's Anna, Namiria941. I've been your game manager this evening, and gonna have a whole lot of fun planning, plotting, and card shuffling before our next episode next week. As for where else you can find me, tomorrow is Friday, which is my big, ginormous, busy double-header day. I will be playing in a Lancer game on Valdrian's channel early afternoon Friday. We sort of broke out of prison, and my character is getting a body double and potentially getting herself replaced with a robot. That was not my idea, but the rest of my castmates were just like, what if we replaced you with a robot? And I'm like, yeah, seems legit, let's try it. After that, I will be playing in his Byhander game, Beyond the Twilight Road, over on the Critical Misses channel. Might die in that game on Friday. I don't really know. We're just gonna find out, and I'm gonna keep my backup folder of characters nearby and ready to go. Over on Mondays on Colonomicon's channel, who, by the way, please put some hearts in chat because he has been teching this episode the entire time, so all of the sweet music changes and fun technological effects of things were thanks to him. But over on his channel, I play in a game of Estate, which is a weird Victorian cyberpunk kind of game that is the best. A fave. I really love it. And then on Wednesday, back here on Weave the Tale, also with Colin, but in the GM seat this time, we play in Black together, which premiered yesterday. It was super fun. Definitely check that out, as well as all of the other fantastic shows that we have going on this season. We've got a lot of really new and interesting systems and stuff like that for people to try out how they play, so definitely make sure to check those out. If you're watching on YouTube and you have made it this long, thank you very much. Leave me a comment below so that I know that you were there. It was very nice to have you. Thank you so much. make sure to stick around. We're actually going to go raid and Savvy over at Good Game Nights. They are playing some, let's see, they are playing TTRPGs, and the name of it just went out of my head. But they're playing TTRPGs, so Valheim, let's go over there and show them some love, and we will see you again tomorrow for our next show. Until then, goodbye everybody, and have a great night.